Welcome to Tarot Tuesday. Yay. Don't mind me. I am slightly delirious because I'm kind of hungry, but I said, you know what? Made a promise. Tuesdays are for tarot. And it's not like I'm starving or anything, so I can wait. But the ancestor says, you must do reads. So if anybody has like a really close relationship with their ancestors, or you have an altar, you have dreams, whatever, what have you, like if you have really aggressive ancestors, ancestors that are like, yo, but do the damn thing, like you know what I mean, if that's you. But they, listen, being a curse breaker is not easy. Being a generational curse breaker, the one to do things different, the one to stand on, spirituality and really choose that path. It's like, it's not for the weak, yo. It is not for the weak. So I give props to any and everybody that is also walking their own path and really not giving a fuck about the rest of society's rules and regs because fuck that. This is for the gangsters. This is for the black sheep, for the rule breakers and the rebels. Okay, that's who I represent. A lot of people use terminology like, earth angels, light workers, star seeds. Yeah, those are nice, but I it's too much for me. It's too much for me. I just know about being rebellious. That's what I know. It's in my blood to be rebellious. That's what I know. So that is what I will stick with. Spiritual gangster, aka rebel, up in his house, here to do some reads. Oh, look at that. I'm using my trusty spirit animal deck for some messages. First thing to pop out, unicorns, infinite possibilities. Okay. I love this card. It's like one of my favorite cards in the deck. Infinite Possibility says you are the sovereign of the seen and unseen worlds. The magic of love surrounds you, beauty transforms you. Listen to the spirits of light, abandon the darkness, go beyond the ordinary, and become the legendary. All right, that is a beautiful card to start off with. Welcome, welcome. Did you just really ask why do I have cards? This is not for you. You could just click off. This is not the room for you if that's your question. Welcome Chaos. I love that. Welcome Arsalan. I hope I pronounced that right. I'm not too great with pronunciation sometimes, so you'll have to excuse me. Pulling some spirit animal messages for anyone who needs to hear it. If you have a question, feel free to drop it in the comments and I will take them in the order received. Oh, we got another one. Intuitive. This is the loon. Anyone for like bird, anyone who is like a bird lover, this is especially your message. Loon Intuitive says, listen to the song in your soul. Trust your intuition as you have a way of knowing. Emerge from the busy life and seek more solitude. Recognize that you are unique and that you are loved. Listen, right now I'm speaking to, I feel like my gang is the type that are like the black sheep, the type that, kind of veer off the main path of life and kind of like you do your own thing. You're not like mainstream, you're not a follower. All right, I don't really cater readings to followers or anybody that is scared of the truth. So that is you. I'm sorry, but this is not the place for you. I'm not sorry, actually. I'm not sorry at all. I'm not at all sorry because I really can't stand people that run away from the truth. Can't stand them. So that is one of my few prejudices in life. Sorry, not sorry. Ooh, a lot. All right, let's see what we got here. Ooh, got a grizzly bear power. I love this. I am indestructible. I honor my intuition. Hello, intuition again. And go where it leads. Love and gentleness are my real strength. I never give up. I will succeed. I'm talking to a very powerful soul right now. Got Hawk, Messenger, another bird energy. All right, so Hawk says, Spirit is sending you messages. Open your greater vision to see the signs. Focus on priorities and eliminate distractions. You have a bright future. Let yourself ascend to new heights. Ooh. And finishing off with the wisdom of the moose. Moose says, let your head and mind reach to the stars, yet keep your feet grounded on earth. Listen to the ancient wisdom in your soul. The ancestors speak through you. You know much. Yeah, I'm definitely speaking to somebody that's like really connected, whether you know it or not. All right, whether you know it or not, you are connected. You are, you know, your connection runs deeper than you probably realize it. Because a lot of people have like hidden power. A lot of people have hidden power and a very close connection to their guides and the Most High. And sometimes a lot of people don't know it. You know, we go through life kind of like distracted by other things and don't realize how much our energy speaks for us. All right, so I'm speaking to one of those people right now. One that is full of not only power but possibilities, because when you have somebody that's powerful, it's like you have options. You have multiple ways that you can navigate through life. All right, so it's all about picking your path. All right, which it sounds like with this energy, it really sounds and feels like you are guided intuitively through life. All right, you may have a message to spread to other people. All right, also with Messenger. All right, don't let, you know, any kind of, what is it, anxiety, because I do feel like some slight anxiety right now. Don't feel like there's like an anxiety that can hold you back when it comes to, if you there's a message to spread, especially when it comes to a message of wisdom and something that is of truth and light. All right, because there's a lot of messages that need to be spread right now. We're in the age of Aquarius, where truth is first and foremost coming to the big picture of the world. All right, as much as they're trying to hold back truths, they're coming out one by one, and this is going to be, it's unavoidable. It is unavoidable at this point. All right, so whoever I'm speaking to, whoever's going to resonate with this message the most, you have something you need to say, or something like, my throat just started tingling just now. So it's like you have something to say, you have something maybe you've been holding back. Now is the time to speak it. All right, because this is not the time to be holding back truths. Unleash your throat chakra. All right, unleash it. Speak your truth. All right, you have a lot of wisdoms, you have a lot of power and intuition that can help guide you through this time, you know, in speaking, in saying the right words. But don't focus too much on how to perfectly say something, because there is no perfection here. All right, the perfection is in actually the action. The perfection is in actually saying what you need to say, speaking your truth, you know, embracing your power. Because someone, whoever resonates with this message, has given their power away way too much in life, way too much. And you realize this because with intuitive here, it's like, you know this, but because of maybe being groomed to be like a people pleaser from early on in life, you couldn't help it. All right, but you're starting to realize that you have a lot more power than you have really given yourself credit for to this point. All right. But if you feel like this message is for you, please embrace that power. Please embrace, what you bring to the world. Your authenticity is very much needed in this world. All right. So please don't sleep on yourself. Okay. And this is coming from somebody that has done that. So please trust and understand that, completely understand it happens, but don't continue to sleep on yourself, because you are doing not only a great disservice to yourself, but a great disservice to the world. All right. The world needs to hear what you need to say. As long as it's rooted in truth, wisdom, and love, you can't go wrong. You really can't. All right. So that was a message that was for somebody. All right. And welcome to anybody that is in the room right now. If you have a question, I'm taking free questions on my Tarot Tuesday, as I usually do. I'm here every Tuesday evening around, usually between 8:30 and 9 Eastern. So feel free to drop a question. If not, I just saw 11:11 on the timer. I love synchronicities. I love it. Otherwise, I'm just going to do another general read. Going to use my Goddess Rising deck here for messages. All right. So, Spirit, what message does somebody need to hear right now? Please and thank you. What message you got for somebody right now? Talk. Oh, that was quick. Oh, somebody needs to get out and have more fun. We got pleasure here. What goddess is that? Tanit or Tenet. I'd be mispronouncing these goddesses' names all the time. I know they take it in stride though, because and number 11 at that. What was I just saying? Okay. Welcome, Queen Bean. What's up? And we got Oshun for fearless love right here. So yeah, somebody needs to take more pleasure in life. Like somebody's missing out on the joys of life. All right, somebody is not having enough fun. All right, somebody is not either embracing enough love, showing enough love to themselves, or not giving, because it's a balance. It's a give and take. All right, so make sure that you are giving and receiving of love unconditionally. And I'm not just talking about relationship love, because that is not the only love. All right. Hello, Swami. Welcome. All right. Queen Bean wants to know. Yes, listen, before you ask your question, I just saw 11:11 on the timer. 11 was the first to come out with this message. So you right on time, girl. You right on time. All right. So Queen Bean wants to know, how is my crush feeling about me today? Let's see. Let us see. I'm gonna switch over to one of my favorite decks, Wisdom of Night deck. See what the energy is between you and your crush. All right, Spirit. What is the energy between Queen Bean and her crush? And then I'm gonna switch over to another one of my decks. What's the energy between Queen Bean and her crush? Ooh. All right. We had the High Priestess of Earth, but it kind of came out in reverse. Not kind of, it actually did land out in reverse. So I'm not getting the most grounded energy with this. All right. And you see how stoic that look is? It's like, are y'all not really like communicating? I feel like there's not much grounded energy in this connection right now. 22, letting go. All right. I don't know if this is something that, you've been wondering about. This feels like a hot and cold. I'm getting hot and cold sensations. Like 1 minute you're feeling it, 1 minute you're like, it doesn't feel like a solid crush. High Priestess Spirit, another High Priestess energy. Anytime even one High Priestess comes out, you already know. It's like High Priestess of Spirit is to represent kind of like not only this letting go energy, but just being free in general. All right, being open to other possibilities, connections, options that you have, or even just doing your own thing. Like it's whatever you want, because a high priestess of spirit, she does her own thing. She isn't really like, she really gives no fucks. Like she just be chilling. So at this point, got the karma card. That's obedience, like justice in this deck. All right, so yeah, see them swords? Cut that thing. Cut that thing. It's not for you. But I feel like you're fine. Like anytime I see a priestess energy of spirit, you chilling. But it's just a matter of, you need confirmation, and I got that for you. All right, so go do your thing, but don't focus on that person. They ain't it. They ain't it. Elevated mindset. Welcome, welcome. How you doing? How you doing? You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Initially, I was going to use this deck, but shoot, it's just going to mimic that energy, because like you don't want to hold on to something that's not meant for you. Swami. All right. Swami says, "What are her intentions in our connection? Message and call every day." That's not love bombing. Every day. Well, every day is not terrible, but if it's like, all day, every day, that's like, oh, damn. I don't know how people do those connections. I need space. I'm a high priestess of spirit myself, so I need freedom and I need space. But not everybody's like that, so I get it. I get it. I get it. All right, spirit. What's going on with Swami and doesn't when she's busy with work? Okay, all right. So balance. Balance is great. We love balance here. All right, cool. Spirit, what is going on with Swami and person in question? What's the energy? What is the energy there? Oh. Every time I see this come out together, it's like, what? We got love, but we also have forbidden. Is this something where it's like, oh, we got self-worth showing up here. Is this something where it's like one of you or both of you already has something, or has maybe another connection that they're involved with? Because I sense that there's like feelings here, but with forbidden, that's that's always a no. That's always like, there's serious, factors here that need to be considered, that are going to make you question this connection that you may not know. You may not know, or maybe you do. I don't know. But forbidden love? No. What did I just say? Choices. Somebody got choices, or is exploring their options right now. But it's like, if it's one-sided here, you gotta focus on this self-worth. You gotta give yourself some love, because if you're not getting it from the other person, never ever force a connection. Let me just pull a couple of cards from this deck. Oh shit. Many people approach her for marriage. That is. Ooh. Alright, what's the follow-up messages to this, please, and thank you, Spirit. Okay. We got realizations, epiphanies, understandings, awakenings. I feel like you're gonna get your answer very soon. Sooner rather than later, as far as how you should move in this connection. But I feel like with this combination, forbidden choices, you are better off not investing that much time in this connection, especially if she has that many options. Let her, not to say come to you or chase you, but let her, let you know that she is interested, before you invest energy, because this is something that, you should definitely move with caution because it's something perspective showing up here. So better off, happiness, clear headed space, and that is a solo energy. All right, so take some space, gain some perspective, or let her gain some perspective as far as what she wants, because with that many options, mm, yeah. But I feel like somebody loves somebody. Somebody loves somebody. I couldn't honestly. I'm not sure um where the love energy is coming from, whether it's from you or from her. But with the options thing coming up here, and you're saying she has that many options, I'm guessing you have emotion towards her, but she just her focus is too off right now. All right, so definitely give yourself some love, or see if she comes to you. Listen, all right, how do I say this? Sharing secrets is cool. That establishes trust, and that's great. But do not let anybody use you as their personal diary or therapist. All right. If she is sharing emotions as far as how she feels towards you, actually saying, I like you, I care about you, I want to see where this goes, that's something different. If she's just opening up to you about, what happened at last year's, holiday dinner, where the family was going crazy, no, that doesn't count. I'm sorry. I'm not. I'm sorry. That does not count. But it sounds like you have a type of bond. But again, do not let anybody use you for your energy daily if they are not making their intentions clear. All right. No forcing, no chasing. And this is on either side. Because a lot of people say to me like, oh well, guys will say to me like, oh well, I don't want to chase either. Nobody should chase. Absolutely nobody should chase. It should always be a mutual, reciprocal energy. Lisa, welcome. Yes, you can. If you just want general, I could just pull cards, or if you have a particular question, feel free to ask. She came to you in Facebook. Oh, be careful of that. Be careful. Be careful. Especially like just online connections. Yeah, a lot of people are lonely and looking for connections online where it's like less pressure. You don't really have to do face to face. And it's just easier. It's easier to open up to people online. You met thrice? Yo, I've not heard anybody use thrice, and so yo, that is gangster language right now. We met thrice times. Yes. All right. Well, listen, my previous statement still stand. All right. If the intention is not being clarified, then don't put that much energy into it. All right. Let her tell you how she feels other than spilling secrets. That's cool. Y'all share some gossip, some tea or whatever, but all right, let me do this general love reading. Welcome in mine. What's up? What's up? All right, Lisa wants a general love reading. All right, good night, Swami. Have a good one. Good luck with everything. All right, Spirit, what's going on with Lisa's love life at this time? What's the energy present, please and thank you? What is the energy? Oh, why Forbidden wanted to come out again? Uh-oh! I wanted to come out. Honestly, wanted to flip over, but it was just like, I'm gonna do it on the sly. All right, so far we got Forbidden and Honesty. Loyalty showing up as well as Oath. Have you taken like a vow of either celibacy or abstinent right now? Because I feel like it's like a tight grip you got on yourself right now. Let me switch over decks here. Do got divine feminine energy here. Got some fire in the works here. I don't know if you have a fire sign or if fire is prominent in your chart, but I'm getting fire very strongly. Messages for Lisa, please, and her love life. Libra. All right. Got lusting here. Forbidden again. Yo, that's forbidden twice. Forbidden non-committal sexual energy. Lisa, what's going on here? We got shallow, hollow, empty, boredom. We also got possibilities here, but it says free-spirited adventure risks. Okay. So from this, I'm getting that, it's been a while. It's been a while for you. You may be getting like a little wound up, possibly. You may be going through a high libido time. Your sacral chakra is activated, hence this fire energy that I'm sensing. Because it's like, you may be seeing people and you're like, I don't want that. But I feel like you're still, there's something still processing. There's still something you're still not, like, you don't feel like you're ready to take a risk. You're out there in terms of, like, I feel like there's social energy, like you're being social, but you're not putting out that, like, I'm actually ready to date energy. And especially with the shallow here, it's like you're kind of feeling like maybe on the board side where it's like, are you dating because, or are you trying to date because you are bored, or is it for a different reason? We got chasing here: pursuit, toxicity, resilience. All right. Anytime I see chasing coming out, I tell people, listen, nobody should be chasing anybody. I was actually just saying that. Nobody should be chasing anybody. Chasing is toxic. Reciprocal energy, always. Cloudy judgment, illusions, unbalanced, distorted. Yeah, you're not in the right frame of mind for love right now. Anything like substantial. Right now, not to say like you have healing, like I don't feel like you have like a lot of healing to do. You're just not in the frame of mind for it. I think you may be bored. Like, to be honest, like, and if you're really honest with yourself, it's like, why this is not the right time for you right now. It's okay. If Listen, we all adults here. If you want to have safe, fun, girl, do your thing. All right. But as far as like long term commitment right now, I'm not getting that, like, at all. All right. So if that is what your goal is at some point, then you got some work to do. But right now, listen, roll with it. Have fun. There's nothing wrong with that. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. All right, but you already know. You just need a confirmation. You're very welcome. Hi, Mary. Welcome, welcome. Oh, you're a newbie. Oh, yay. I love newbies. Are you newbie to tarot or just new here? Both is fine, but I'm just curious. Hey, Amon. Welcome back. Welcome, welcome. Will I meet a wealthy man this year? Girl, what? She said they got to have the bag. I'm not mad. Zero judgment. Zero judgment. All right. Let's see. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna use my yes or no deck for that one because that I feel like should be like a solid yes or no question. Welcome, Jasmine and Aditi. Thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. And Mary's new here. Welcome, Mary. Welcome, welcome. And yes, you actually can ask a question. All right. So what's Spirit? What is good with Iman and meeting this wealthy bachelor this year? Is it happening? Yes or no? Yes or no? And if yes comes out, there's follow up question cards as far as how and when. Give you a possible time frame on when that can happen. But let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Is Iman gonna meet her wealthy man this year? Okay. Okay. Mm-mm. Bright rays of hope break through at the most unexpected moment. You react decisively with a sensation of self righteousness and dignity. Only through this can you ever feel free and equal. This is universal. I'll be honest with you, that was a whole bunch of what? But okay. Rays of hope, I'm going to say this. Probably not this year, but does that mean it's never going to happen? No, absolutely not. There's absolutely a possibility. Manifest that man, okay? But but I'm going to put the caveat in there for the right intentions. All right, because if you're trying to manifest somebody with the wrong intentions, it's always going to backfire on you. All right, so just put it out there with the best of intentions. You want somebody that is financially stable, as you should. Now, if you're just looking for a sugar daddy, I can't help you there. I cannot help you. Oh man. Okay, you want to get married. Okay, okay, okay. So that's good intention. You want something stable, you want something solid. There's nothing wrong with that. But you gotta manifest. Matter of fact, let me I'll pull a couple of these cards. Oh, okay. I didn't even shuffle. All right, we got intimacy and open heart here. All right. Intimacy says bonding, sensual, confiding. Open heart says receptive, empathy, vulnerable. You got to open yourself up, all right? Because I know a lot of there is a lot of women right now talking about where's my soulmate, but they don't go nowhere. You have to align yourself with what you want, all right? So not only putting yourself in places that make that more likely to happen, but also putting that energy out there and opening up yourself, being vulnerable. Because if you're like, you don't want to share nothing, don't want to like really open up to people, it's not going to help you out. All right, so do that. Do that. Manifest your man. For what are we in? 25, 26. 26 could be your year, man. I wish that for you. I would love that for you. All right. Let me see. Listen, that's cool. You serious? I'm serious too. All right. Hey, Elena. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right, so Jasmine and then Aditi. I hope I'm saying that right. I don't want to shake it. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't listen. These apps are trash. They've been ruined. They have been ruined. It's time to go back to like the old school way. Put yourself in environments and places that you actually like. First of all, and people that in a situation in places that people gotta spend a little money. So you gotta spend a little money. All right, you're gonna have to spend a little money, but you could do it, girl. I believe in you. Hello, love you. Hi. Yes, you can put your question in the comments. I just have a couple of questions before you. All right. So Jasmine, Jasmine, you still present? Want to make sure you're still here before I start in on this reading, girl. Mm-mm-mm. If not, I'm gonna go to Aditi, and then if you pop back up, I can take you then. Okay. All right, Jasmine. Going once. Going twice. All right, Aditi. Aditi. I'm gonna just say A. A. What's up? All right. All right. Okay. Now. I'm just gonna say N. I'm sorry. I butcher way too many names and I don't want to do that here. All right. So does N seriously want to be in a long-term relationship with you? All right, let's see. Let's see what is the energy spirit between A and N. Because I am not butchering anybody's names tonight. What is going on, spirit? Please and thank you. What is this? The energy present between A and okay. Got High Priestess of Water and also the Warrior. These are some strong feelings going on here. Now I have to just, see if this is both ways or what. Because we don't want no one way connection. We don't do that here. Another High Priestess, but this time of fire. That's chemistry right there. That is passion. That is like, strength on the bottom here. This part is this like person N. I should not butchering. Is N like the very strong like masculine type? I don't like saying alpha. I hate that term. But like for all sense and purposes, like that masculine kind of energy. Like somebody here is like very like masculine. Maybe has like very deep soulful eyes. I'm getting like a soulful, very soulful energy here. All right, let's see what's going on here because this is some deep energy. Got two high priestesses. What's going on, spirit? What's the thing here with A and N? Oh, damn. All right, got healing, releasing, purifying, cleansing. Somebody's still in the healing process, or maybe this is helping to heal. Somebody's healing each other because why is there bitterness? I just took a turn. Resentment, anger, hurtful words. What is that about? I was like, really? I was looking for this to be something. Running, ghosting, disappearing, invisible. All right, so we have an energy here of, somebody that has emotions. Like there's emotions here. Anytime the High Priestess of Water pops up, there is emotions. Hey Savoy, welcome, welcome. Anytime there's this energy, definitely emotions. There's definitely passion with this. But with this energy of healing, bitterness, and running, somebody's not ready. Somebody's not ready. All right, it feels like this may be more one-sided. This may be more so you feel a lot. You feel a lot towards this person. You have a lot of passion and desire for this person, but they are not ready because we got running here. You're Pisces. That makes a lot of sense. I don't know if you have fire in your chart as well, but you feeling this person. Yeah, I don't sense long term. You have a runner and a track star on your hand. All right, that is possibly still healing from whatever it is that they've already experienced. All right, so not to say that, all right, when energy like this comes up, it's not to say that this is never a possibility just right now. You can't force things. Like nobody can force anything when it comes to, something like this. So if you are patient that conflict, clashing differences, incompatibility. So if y'all are incompatible, that's something you want to consider before even investing any more energy into this. Because you may have feelings, but if they're not being reciprocated, if the person is not showing you that they're ready, that's not something you should be investing your time and energy into. All right. It should always be reciprocal. It should always be with somebody that is ready and willing to give you their time and energy as well. It's a give and take. Always a give and take energy. All right. And if it's not that, that's not something you should be investing in. All right. It feels like this person is still dealing with a lot. They have a lot of healing to do. So it's not to say it's a never. I don't see a never here, except for the incompatibility, which is, not everybody's compatible with everything. But if it's a case where this person needs to heal, give them the time and space to do that. All right, you can't change that. But I don't know. We want who we want, but if they're not ready, they're not ready. All right. Hopefully he heals. Hopefully, you can get ready, but don't wait around for that. Do not waste your precious time and years waiting for somebody. You're very welcome. Okay. I said your name correct. Well, I mean, how can I butcher Elena? Like, can I butcher? Okay. I think Jasmine left the room. So, okay, and I did pronounce it DT, right? Okay. Okay. Hello, love you. Dating apps are trash now for sure, but they have prime society, so now everything is dating app. But I argue it's a good thing. It can be. Listen, I'm not gonna trash dating apps completely because it does work for some people, but the majority of people, let's be honest, the majority of people are, one, not on there for the right intentions. Two, are definitely not nowhere near ready. They're just bored. And three, it's like they're misrepresenting themselves heavily. All right. So it's like a needle in a haystack kind of situation when it comes to dating apps. But it it's a possibility. Just discernment gotta be heavy. Like I can go to the library and make it Tinder. Make the grocery store Tinder. The DMV Tinder now. Well, at least they got a car, so maybe DMV isn't a bad idea. Oh yeah, yo, Savoy said dating apps are expensive sometimes. Yes. Those subscriptions, yeah, I'm not with it. I am not with it. I always go like, well, I'm not on apps right now. I said no. I'm done for now. For now. But I can't remember the last time I've actually used a subscription because it doesn't seem like it's worth it. It does not seem like it's worth it. I don't think I missed the question. I don't think I missed one. So yeah, if anybody has any questions, feel free to throw it in the. Oh wait, Jackie. I'm sorry. Hi, Jackie. Cherokee, North Carolina. Cherokee Indians, respect. Respect. I actually was just reading a post today about like indigenous tribes. Oh, Jasmine, you back? Yes, I did see your question. I done asked for you, and I was like, Jasmine, going once, going twice, and I was like, oh, I guess you going. All right, so Jasmine, I will take your question. Let me just scroll back up. Is new love coming my way soon? Jasmine wants to know. All right, let's take a look. Spirit, what is going on in Jasmine's love life? What's the energy present first and foremost? And then I'm gonna switch over, get some clearer, well, additional messages, I should say. What's the energy around Jasmine with her love life at this time? Please and thank you. Okay, we got Vision coming out first. That's number 8. Let's see. Fledgling showing up on the bottom here. So this feels like you're in a new cycle and a very different, like you're coming out of it feels like a season where things are different. Like your perspective has changed a lot actually over the last like few, it feels like, like kind of like a slow kind of evolution as far as how you think about dating and relationships, but it feels like more recently you just like you started I guess, implementing the different perspectives that you've been kind of learning. Um, a lot of blue showing up for you. Got the warrior showing up here, number two. All right, so what's that masculine energy about? What's going on here? Okay. Okay, we got summon. That's kind of like the magician energy. High priestess of fire. Okay, this is this is a lot of different energy going on here. Like your evolution as far as like your perspective, it's like it's leading you in different directions, or at least it's like it's teaching you different ways of thinking. Because it's like my mind wants to go several different places at once here. But are you leaving the house? Because belonging here, anytime I see this is like somebody that either spends a lot of time at home, or even when they're outside, they're like, I want to go home. So gotta remember, if you want to meet somebody, or if you want to expand your love life, you gotta leave the house. I know it sucks. I know there's people out there. People be people, but you gotta do it. All right, let me see. Okay, you travel a lot. All right, well, this it's like when you're out on the road, it's like your thought is like you want your bed, or you want some place that actually feels like home, because that is. All right, we got fantasy here. Fantasy says daydreaming, imagining, fantasize. Time, waiting, cycles, moments. Bro, what is this? Yeah, I'm having a hard time picking up on what this is like. Wait, something just fell out. Wait. Silence, which is this is very similar to this energy. This is masculine. I feel like you're exuding more masculine than feminine energy right now, which makes sense. You know, you're on the road. You have to really, keep your wits about you, take charge of situations. But silence says frozen, no words, stonewall. Again, I'm getting that energy that you don't put yourself out there. Like you may see somebody you like, you may think they're attractive, you don't say anything. You're just like, they gotta come to me. They gotta say something to me. All right, we have nourish here, self growth, self focus, soul finding. All right, so focus a lot on yourself. That's, I mean, that's not a bad thing. That's never a bad thing. But we also have elusive, dishonesty, deception, trickery. I'm not getting the real like dishonest kind of energy. Elusive is just that, elusive, where you're not showing interest to people. You're not really showing that you actually want something. So you're not going to be able to efficiently manifest somebody into your life if that's what you want. All right, because you have to be honest with yourself. If you actually want somebody, you have to put yourself in the position to meet somebody. All right. Now, if you're in the space where, because you travel so much that you're not looking for something serious, you're just looking for something casual, just know that, it's it's going to be just that. But I feel like you with vision here, that's always like my clarity kind of energy. It's like you know what you want. You have a clear vision as far as what you want. But are you putting yourself in the space to do it? Are you actually, you know, making moves and said, all right, well, I know I want something. I have to maybe either slow down with the traveling or pick a location that's, maybe you meet somebody in. All right, but you got to make those decisions, all right? Because I feel like you're really not saying much. You're really not saying much with silence. All right. I think you may feel like you're under a time crunch. You may feel like I don't want to say that biological clock bullshit, because it is just that, is bullshit. But don't feel like your time is running out, because that's the energy I'm getting with this. This energy is great. I always love seeing this, because when you are nourishing yourself, when you are focusing on you, when you are giving back to you, that is always going to benefit you in the long run, whether it be to manifest a worthy partner or just make a great life for yourself. Because look at this imagery. You know, you got some nice wine, you got a candle burning, you know, that's self-care energy right there. So as of right now, I don't see you putting out the energy if that's what you want to have something long term. But you know, I think you know when it comes to high priestess energy, you know what to do. You know what you have to do in order to do that. It's just a matter of actually doing it. So do that. Virtual said nice. Thank you. Savoy says, will I ever find a best friend? Oh, all right. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. All right, sorry. What's going on? What's the boy? What's the energy for a BFF? That's a very interesting question because normally it's like, you know, will I find a partner? Will I find a wife, a husband? But someone wants to know best friend energy, BFF. I love that. All right, we just have wishing coming up here, so definitely, you know, you've been like putting the energy out there for one, absolutely. You kind of like, I feel like you have a kind of like this vision, or maybe you even have dreams about like actually having like that best friend energy around you. But it's like you have this like picture in your mind. You already know what you want to do with them. The BFF dates y'all wanna, you know, you would want to go on. You have like a lot of things planned out in your mind already. Just gotta meet, you know, a trusting person to do so, or a trustworthy person. Vision coming out again. So yeah, again, you can see clearly. You know, you know the kind of friend you want in your life. You're like, yes, I can see what I want. Okay, we got love coming out here, so definitely got love to give. Definitely got some love to give. That's always a right start. Okay, we got differences showing up here. All right, so just make sure that you are keeping an open mind when it comes to the type of person, because I know you have that vision, you have that picture in your head as far as what you want. Sometimes that's not what you need. All right, so just make sure, just make sure that you are keeping an open mind. All right, because sometimes we get stuck in our vision. Sometimes we get stuck in that picture. All right, so if a person comes along that doesn't match that picture, you may reject them. So just watch out for that. All right, because sometimes, you know, the right type of person can come into your life, but you know, you're stuck on your, you know, the picture in your head, so you may miss out. All right, so summon is like the magician energy, so you're definitely putting out the right type of energy, but I just feel like you can open up your mind just a little bit more when it comes to this. I'm gonna ask, you've been on your own a lot, you've been doing a lot of solo things, so I get it. You feel like it's time to, you know, share that with somebody. Which deck? Which deck? Okay. You know what? Let's use. I haven't used this tarot deck. It's supposed to be tarot reads. I haven't used a tarot deck all night. All right. Let's use it. All right, Spirit. What messages do you have for Savoy with bringing in a BFF? Oh, I wanted to flip over. looked like the Five of Pentacles wanted to flip over, but it did not, so I'm not going to focus on that. All right. Got Three of Pentacles here. This always lends to networking situations, possibly finding a friend at work. All right, so if you haven't already, and I feel like you may have somebody in mind in work that you already like, you have conversations with, but you just may not have tried to develop a deeper, a friendship outside of work because either whatever differences you have, but you may want to rethink that. You may want to rethink that situation because this is all about um cultivating, like you already have something in common with the location that you work. And I know sometimes work situations, I'm not a huge fan of that either, but got another pentacle showing up here, not in pentacles. I feel like all right, off topic, you have fun by yourself. You're like one of those people, rarely, that can have fun on their own. But I understand, you want to add to it. Three of Cups showing up here. So we got 2 3s already. So yeah, look for a connection, either work or a networking group, because the word work comes out. All right. So if either like a possible connection that you have started or you see can be developed at your workplace, build from there because there's possibilities there. All right, we got 3s, and that may bring, because we got 3s coming out, that may bring open it up. That person may introduce you to another person, and like you have kind of like well, I don't want to be corny and say Three Musketeers, but I feel like it will open up to even more connections with that. So yeah, open yourself up to that possibility, and open your mind to somebody that you may have something not so much in common with, but the connection, when it's the energy, you feel the energy is good, roll with that. All right. A lot of doesn't. Well, listen, close the gap. Unless they've moved, into another state where it's like physically impossible to see them, then, see what's up. See what's up. Good evening, Britt. I'm good, thank you. Hope you are as well. Yes. Be open to the universe because the universe always delivers in one way or another, and a lot of times not in the way that we expect or we envision, because the universe be a jokester sometimes, like haha, I got you. But also don't force it, because I also just heard, like, you may want something, but if you are supposed to either be in hermit mode right now or supposed to be enjoying your solo time, there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. All right, so just make sure that you are staying open to good energy and you're not just like, hey, well, no, I don't feel like you would be like that. You want to be my friend type. Like, no, I don't sense that from you. But yeah, just watch that energy. People are, make good decisions with people that you bring into your life because people be weird. And you're welcome. Britt, that's why I'm here. Ask a question. It's okay. These are free readings, but I appreciate it. It's not to say that sometimes I'm at some time or another I'm not going to take donation readings, but right now, no, I'm not doing that. I'm kind of like, this is my season of giving. I've received a lot in my life. I'm very blessed, so this is my season of giving back. Thank you, Savoy. I appreciate you coming back. Like, thank you to everybody that is like, a return, a return, what do you call it? I'm gonna say a return beautiful soul, fellow spiritual gangsta. Thank you for coming back and spending some time. Arcana. I hope I said that right. Just drop your question in the comments and I will take it. Actually, that will be my last question of the evening because I do got to get over to my other platform. But Britt says, I'm moving. I found out there's some unexpected things to pay. Will I come up with what I need and be able to keep my apartment? Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's like actually my favorite compliment. Like when people like say, oh, you look good, like, oh, no, thank you. But energy compliments is like, thank you. Thank you so much. All right, Britt, let's take a look and see. Let us take a look. What you need to be able to keep your apartment. What's going on? What's going on with Britt right now? Sarah, talk to me about Britt's situation. Okay, loyalty is showing up here, so it's like, yeah, you love where you're at. You have a lot of fun where you're at right now, so it's like uplifting and uprooting. It just that would be a bummer. That would be a downgrade to your life right now. Let's see. Got understanding showing up here. What's going on, though, Spirit? What's going on with the finances? What's I have to use my yes or no deck because when it comes to energy, it could go on and on about the energy present in this situation. But we do got 333 here, so anytime I see a synchronicity, it's like, yeah, this has nothing to do with the question. What are you talking? It says invisible lust and beauty. What? What? And fragment. All right, so Brett, are you really focused on this situation right now? Because anytime answers come up that really has nothing to do with the question, is like, are you actually taking intentional steps to prevent your situation, or are you just hoping for a miracle? Because if that is the case, please understand that's not going to help your situation. All right, because a lot of people out there they looking for miracles and they playing around with time and procrastinating on stuff. I'm getting some procrastination energy. Summon, which is my magician energy, that's coming out in reverse. I don't get intentional energy behind this. I get that you strongly, you want it to, you want things to go your way. You want to be able to keep your roots where they're at and planted. But what are you actually doing? Okay, but you have to put it in, but are you doing it? That's you're hoping to get resources and have a job quickly. Are you actually putting in applications? Are you actually making again intentional movements? Because hoping is great. You should definitely have faith that the situation is worked out, but is going to work out. But without action, please don't expect like miracles. Yes, do happen, but when a situation like that happens, you have to put in intentional steps. All right, let's switch to the yes or no deck. All right, Spirit. Let's get some more insight, please, into Britt's situation. Is she going to get her finances in order in time? Yes or no? Yes or no, please, and thank you. Because listen, Britt, I'm getting from all that. I'm getting you have a lot of fun. You enjoy your life, but it's. I think it's time that you actually got serious because I'm not getting seriousness from this. I'm gonna be dead honest with you. Ooh. We got double nose here. All right, I'm gonna read these off to you. First note says, you will awaken from the call of great deeds. Big victories are not far away. They come to you naturally because you possess the polished qualities of a leader. Your confidence in the future strengthens. How could it not? Second note says, circumstances require a more careful approach. Much more careful. However, what is that word? I'm sorry. My what is it? What is that word? I'm not dyslexic, but some words I have problems pronouncing. It says inviolability. All right. Your decisions give birth to colossal opportunities and the incredible means for their implementation. But again, be careful. Yeah, you got to make different moves. You want to have different results, you have to make different moves. All right. So, um, I don't, with a double no, I can't give you a yes. But if you take more intentional steps to better your situation, that could change. That could change, but start right now. You gotta start right now, girl, because I really don't get the serious, like the intentionality behind that. Shanti, what up though? Hey, hey, hey. Um, I'm sorry, there was one more question. Actually, Shanti, I'm getting ready to switch over to TikTok because I've been on here for, and I'm actually kind of late for TikTok. So I will absolutely take your question over there. Okay. Yes, Arcana. Yes, you were my last question. Um, I am not going to try to butcher that name. So SR, is this person happy in his marriage or still a girl? Please don't be the homewrecker type. Please, 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 please. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. I mean, if you just want to know, leave that man alone. Leave that man alone. Denial. I didn't even have to shuffle for it. Whenever a card comes out this quickly, no, leave that man alone. A man is in a marriage, leave him alone. I'm never ever going to promote somebody expressing or, doing something to possibly ruin a marriage. Don't do it. All right. So that was easy. Thank you. Hi Francesca. I'm actually again switching over to TikTok. My link is in my bio. I do free reads over there as well, and I am late. All right, so I will be back. Not Friday, probably Thursday. Probably Thursday because I have something to do Friday. But um, yeah, thank you to everybody that spent your time with me this evening. And thank you to all my returns. Welcome to everybody that is new. But please, please lead with love always and have yourselves a great rest of your week. Um, until next time. All right, so I will definitely put out a notification and a post if you want to give me a sub. And thank you to everybody that did, actually. I want to definitely say that. Thank you to all of my new subs. And yeah, I will put up a post as far as the time for Thursday, but it should be around the same time, around 8:30 p.m. Eastern. All right. So everybody have a great rest of your night. Peace and love.